Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Yes, it's that time again. Some more wisdom from the older man. Yeah. So, before we proceed, thank you guys for reporting that you were unsubscribed from my channel. I think I had 4 of you guys in the comments said that you checked, you knew you subscribed, but you are currently unsubscribed. And I did some digging, and apparently YouTube has some sort of system where the algorithm looks for anyone or any suspicious activity that makes it look like you are a bot. And if your account looks a little bit too suspicious, it will unsubscribe you from the channels that you have subscribed to. I don't know. That's what I've gotten so far. Okay? But anyway, thank you guys for keeping me informed. All right? So listen, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscription button. Come on, do it. Support is always appreciated. It takes nothing from you guys to just hit the subscription button. And of course, if you want to book a session, log into askanolderman.com. All right, so that's out of the way. So this came across my channel earlier on Instagram, and it's our brother, Big Shaq. Shaq says a man should never open up to a woman. Whenever something go down, they can throw it back in your face. And he is bloody right. Bloody right. Let's hear Big Shaq.
Open up to a woman?
Yeah.
Never. No, never.
When's the last time you think you've opened up to a woman?
We don't.
In your whole life?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Man, got players like I could, me and him related.
Yeah.
It's our first time meeting,
Yeah,
but
I can tell you guys, there's some connection here.
Oh, no.
And they going to tell you can't.
Because you know why?
But it's a trap.
Because you know why?
I'm trapped like a motherfucker.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because once you do, whenever something go down, they're going to throw it back in your face.
Well, that's
why.
That's real.
That's why. So you can't ever.
That's why you crackers, your dad left.
Yeah.
Even business, though. Like, that rule even go for business.
Oh,
like, you stay up, your contracts keep coming.
Gentlemen, listen, do not open up to your woman, okay? What do I mean by open up? Because this has to be very clear. If your dad died, if your mom passed away, if your dog died, if something close, really horrible happened, yes, you can let that emotion out. Let it out, man. Let it out, okay? If you lose your job, you don't cry. You can display your disappointment and your emotion very temporarily just so that she can see that it bothered you, because that's genuine. But don't start moaning. You go and do the moaning and the bitching and the freaking frustration. Go and do that with your boys. Go do that with your boys. Must have a good friend that you could dump this all on. Do not do it in front of your woman. Oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. Shit, I got this bill coming up and Don't do that shit in front of your woman. Because that shows that you are now breaking down in the moment of weakness. Women dry up very quickly when she see her man vulnerable. You have to be the pillar of strength, okay? After you've spoken about it once, the only thing she should be hearing about your problem is that you're solving it. Hey, you looking for a job yet? Yeah, baby, I'm on it. You don't worry about it. Just relax. I'm on it. It's no, oh, I can't find anything. No, don't do that. Do not do that. Okay? One major event, that's fine. That's fine. Because that is human. The greatest warriors will shed a tear for his mother or his mate who's passed. That's just normal. Otherwise, just get on with it. That's it. So let's hear a few comments from what people say, because this is a subject that you guys got to understand. Okay? Of course, a woman had to come with the freaking bullshit. Men throw stuff in your face more than women. Ha 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 ha. No, they don't. Women fight psychological battles. Men fight physical battles. And because men cannot physically hit women, there is nothing he can do. That's where the frustration comes in. That's why the gym, that's why lifting weights, going on a run, getting out of the house is vital for men to do once the frustration builds up. Women, they fight psychological battles. because they're not physically capable of taking on a man. That's why she have terms like small dick, your mama fat, or you're fat, you can't do this. Women are masters. Women are masters at psychological warfare. And it starts at a very young age. I listen to my teenage daughters. They're ruthless to each other. Ruthless. And it's not the boys that are doing it. It's the women that are doing it. They're ruthless. They will find every single chink in the armor. She's fat. Her eyeliner, her makeup looks like shit. They will find every excuse. I'm hearing all of these things coming out from this young generation. That's how women fight. Shaq opened up, said he doesn't open up to a woman because they'll throw it in your face. And women in the comments throwing that in his face. Yeah, exactly. A woman, here's the psychological warfare coming in. Shaq, you too old to have this mindset. Yeah. You hear the psychological push behind that, the shame, the insult, the guilt, and the constant need to be right. Rest in peace, Brother Samuels. You made that a bloody household name because you put that in perfect order. Those are women's psychological weapons. The Iceberg Slim says, it's better to rob a bank than ask the shorty for some money if you're down bad. Facts. Oh, Moesha, she says, trauma response. They are safe women. No, they're not. Trust me. I don't even get emotional with my wife. I show a very small amount, cut it off. Just enough to show that, hey, you know what? You're here. But she don't see everything. Hell no. Not even close. She's downstairs probably listening to this now. Ryan Davis comedy said, stop saying just find the right woman. Even the most solid of women will do it whenever their feelings are hurt. Of course, not all women, just as it can be used in any other case. But let's not act like it's not the overwhelming majority. If you're not the type to do it, be happy that it doesn't apply. All of these men ain't lying though. I don't agree with the advice, but I definitely understand how they got there. Why wouldn't he agree with the advice when he just agreed that the overwhelming amount of women do it? This guy trying to play both sides of the fence. You agreed that the overwhelming amount of women did it, but now you don't agree with the advice? How the hell does that make sense? Oh man, some guys, I just don't get it. Cool. Miracle said, why is everyone trying to flip it back to men? Why can't he mention his opinion based on his experience? Accountability is a tough pill to swallow. Yep. So let's examine this one statement. I'll tell you at the end why I bring this one in.
Good men finish last. I'm going to say it again. Good men finish last. And I'm going to tell you why. Here comes this man after you've been hurt, abused, cheated on, lied to, been with a narcissistic, whatever your case is. He comes in, he shows you you're loved, you're appreciated, you're respected, he treats you like a queen for the first time in your life. But you have trouble understanding what you did to deserve it. You love him so much, and then all of a sudden he does one thing that disappoints you, one thing that hurts you, upsets you, whatever the case is. May not be the end of the world. He didn't cheat on you. He didn't hurt you. But it's one thing that you're just like, whoa, red flag, defense mechanism. Up goes the wall. Here comes an attitude. You want to argue. You want to scream. You want to yell. Or you just completely shut down because that's what you do when you feel hurt. But if you think that no one on this planet is going to hurt you and you have that expectation that this man is so great that he is never going to disappoint you or let you down, that is where you disrespect yourself. Not one person is perfect. We are never going to do something to where we're never going to hurt people. We are going to disappoint, just like you're going to disappoint him one day. But it's not the end of the world. You talk through it, you fight through it, and you accomplish a healthy relationship. Stop letting good men pay for your ex, your last situationship, whatever that man in the past did to you. Don't let your current man pay for it. Good men finish last because they teach you that they're good men. They show you your work and theirs. Stop letting good men pay for your past.
I think she hit a home run on that. There is a problem that we currently see in our society. And this is hitting very close to home right now. And the reason why I share this video is because my last 2 calls, one out of France and one out of New York, these 2 calls were based on women who abandoned marriages. Why? One never felt the spark anymore. That's what the man told me. The gentleman in France, his wife left after 14 years, 2 kids, 48 years old. He's 49. She left, just left. I don't feel the spark. And it blows my mind that this man is solid guy. He's not overly good looking, but he's holding his own. At 49, he's not in bad shape. He has a solid, great white-collar job in the city. They got a great house. He has to sell the house. He now rents an apartment. He had to give her half. For what? He never cheated, but she's bored. Same problem. This lady called me today for an hour. Same problem. She left the husband, 38 years old. Why did you leave your husband? We really never had that thing, you know. I just didn't feel like we loved each other. I said, why did you have 2 kids with him and stayed with him over this period of time, and then you decide that you're going to leave him? Why? Why would you do that? You're 38 years old. Now you're a single mother with 2 kids back out on the street. No, I am not out on the street. I am not doing anything. I just want this man that I met online that come from my same country. So you met a guy online that you feel that you're not back out on the street. Do you understand what the streets mean? Well, I am not out there doing bad things. I said, my dear, the streets mean that you're out, no longer attached to a man. And now you have to get out on the streets again to find a new man. A new man that's going to take over 2 of your kids from a previous relationship. Did you not listen to my videos 2 days ago? Yes, I did. She listens to me. That's why she's calling me for a solution now. But she wants a solution for a new man. I said, why are you looking for a new man? You should be looking back at your husband, because what is it that a new man is going to give you? You have a solid man who provide for you right through your two kids. Covered everything in the house. Never had to stress about anything. Don't worry about anything. I said, is he beating you? Well, he hit me one time. Okay, who caused the fight? Did you provoke him to the point where he had to hit you? Yes, thank you. I'm so glad you're honest with me. But he started the fight. So what if he started the fight? A fight literally means that somebody is not pleased with what you did. Something that you did not please him. So he started not a fight, because a fight is 2 people. He brought up an issue that you had. You fought him back. You retaliated, didn't you? And then you kept pushing, didn't you? There is this nervous, hey, yes, you're right, there. So you pushed the man to the point where he had to strike you, right? And he didn't beat you. He hit you once, didn't he? Yes. He's a very good man. He's very passive. He's a soft man. That is how hard you had to push the man. Think about it. Yes, sir. You're right. I said, so now you've left that man. How long has it been? 2 years. I said, has he found a new woman? Has he got himself involved? No, I don't think so. I said, go back and apologize to your husband. Go back and apologize to this man and say, hey, I was wrong. That is your freaking job to do. That is your only assignment. Because for some reason you think that you're going to get a better man than you had with this man. But what if I don't feel like I love him? Fuck your feelings. That's what I told her. You got 2 boys that you were with. You got 2 kids, 2 boys that needs a father. You are not equipped to be a single mother. Chasing these fantasies with some guy you met online overseas. For what? When you have a perfect man that you just left. So I gave her a real earful and made her know that she needs to get her shit together. You don't be looking for no sparks and no excitement at age 38. thinking that you're going to meet another man and then have another new child for him at age, 40 something? And you're going to, go off into the sunset and have this great life? Man, I was so frustrated. I had to contain myself. But the point is that when you hear this shit so often and you see it, because I'm getting the calls from all over the Western Hemisphere, my friends. And when you get hit with this from women and men who just, it's unreal what you got to put up with. So guys, listen, guys, I'm not going to make this a long one today, but I wanted to share these and for you all just to learn a little bit more about the world of relationships that we're currently in. I want to share one last one, and this one is pretty insane because it sort of ties into what I just said about women wanting to find something. They need that spark. And my favorite psychologist, Sadia, she said this.
This is the fundamental mistake men make. They think women don't need to be attracted and don't. We do. I'm not saying you need to be super handsome, but we have to be attracted to you. Whatever that is. Some women are attracted to dad bods, some women are attracted to short men, some women are attracted to any race, any color, any size. But they have to have attraction for her to respect you and have a fear of losing you. When you have a man that you're attracted to giving you attention, as a woman you feel more desirable. A really handsome man comes up to me and asks me for my number. I'll say, I'm really sorry I'm taken, but thank you so much, have a great day. Now, if a crackhead comes and says that, I'll say, shut the fuck, get away from me. Attraction is the fundamental difference, is how I'm treating them. I think what they get wrong is they think they can buy attraction. They think if I treat her well, if I give her this lifestyle, if I show her safety, if I can do this, if I can do this, I can do this, she will love me deeply. Unfortunately, attraction is similar to friendship. You can't buy it.
Now, what she said there is true. Now, the issue that she sort of skirt over and sort of ignored is that there is something called monetary attraction in women. Women will find men attractive who have achieved success, monetary success. And she will overlook the big ass belly and the wrinkles and the gray beard and the small D and all of that other stuff if the money is big enough. So there is an attraction there, right? I know women that have stayed with men who are grotesque. Whether she loves him or not, it's irrelevant. But as long as the man know that, hey, you know what, she's still there, that's fine. So there is a measure of, yes, you can buy that attraction. Depends on what you look at as buying the person. Because you can buy the person's presence. You might not be able to buy genuine love. But if you don't know that they don't genuinely love you, what difference does it make to a man? I hope you get my point on this. But let's just look at the average guy. The average guy, he has to have something else besides money that the woman is attracted to. I think that's what she's referring to. The average dude gotta have the looks, the game, or the frame. Okay? Meaning he ought to be handsome. He has to have the ability to speak and contribute to the woman's mental well-being, right? He gotta have that silver tongue. Or he got to have a nice looking body. Something has to attract them to the man. She needs to know that when he dropped that seed on her, with that genetic makeup that he has, that her offspring has an advantage in the world. That's why frame is so important, or body, to a woman. It's biological, okay? But one thing is fundamental, and this is the discussion I had with this woman earlier today. Women get bored very easily. That's why they leave. Every woman will say, oh, I want a stable man. I don't want a player. That's what's coming out of their mouth. But the minute they get predictability in their relationships, the guy comes home same time every day from work, right? She can tell the time by when he walks into that door. She knows exactly how he smells, how his clothes is pressed. She knows everything about him sexually. She knows his every activity on every day. That is a woman's nightmare. She will say it isn't. But that accumulation of predictability and comfort, she's not stimulated in any other way, that is torture for a woman. It is. It's sickening. A woman will tell you, no, 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 I want my husband to be, I want peace, I want predictability. No, you don't. It will come out of your mouth. But the minute a man gives you that, because in reality, that is a good man. A good man. The man that goes out on the weekends and he drinks and he come home staggering and he got some lipstick on his shirt and oh, that will drive a woman crazy. Who's that lipstick for? Who's that? She needs that sort of drama. Yeah, that unfortunately, that's what stimulates women these days. Who's that? You smell like some other bitch. You smell like this. Why you smell like a woman? Oh, that babes, there's nobody. There's nobody, man. Just want to go to sleep. Leave me alone, woman. Go to sleep. You can't stand this. That's the kind of shit that drives women crazy. Listen, I had a friend whose husband was a nightmare. I mean, he would hit everything left, right, and center. Drove this woman crazy. She stayed with him for 12 years. Finally, after he had ended up in prison for the 4th time, drunken disorder and everything is misdemeanor, misbehaving charges, right? The man's 44, 45 years old, still doing this shit from his teenage days when they were together. Finally, he did something really bad. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to out him, because we live in a small community. He ended up in prison for a long time, and she finally had enough and divorced him, right? So guess what happens? She meets another guy, stable guy, divorced, 2 kids. She's divorced with 2 kids. Perfect match. He's a stable guy. This guy loves her because she's still an attractive woman in her 40s, right? This guy adores her. Both of them are quite compatible, but it was stable. After around 6 months, she says, no, I can't do it. I don't feel it. He's too nice. He's too nice. He's too nice. What do you mean by nice? I don't know. I don't understand. He's just too nice. Because she was so used to the freaking chaos that her previous husband put her through, and her adrenaline and dopamine was constantly kicking, that she could not stay with a stable man. And this is the problem when these women hit the streets. It's hard to get a good man in the end. So this is another issue that came up that came across my feed. Can't remember the name of this guy, but let's check him out.
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distanced yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem.
I don't think I agree with him in this respect, because emotionally damaged woman doesn't mean that she was sexually damaged. So for him to say an emotionally damaged woman, she could have been emotionally damaged from a man beating her. She could be emotionally damaged from any other case, and it doesn't put her in a sexual space. So I have to disagree with, I think his name is Dr. Omar. I can't remember it. I'm sure you guys are going to remind me, like you always do. Yeah, I cannot support that argument. if she had some sort of cases where, you know, she had abandonment issues from her dad or her mom, or, you know, a previous boyfriend really scarred her, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many emotional scars that can put you in an emotional trauma space. But to say that all emotional trauma will actually throw you into a promiscuous lifestyle, that's rich. That's too broad. And I tell you this because I don't want you guys to go around thinking that, hey, your woman is going to be promiscuous because she went through some trauma. No. So that's why you got to be able to decipher when people say shit on the internet, especially people who are influential. You got to dig a little deeper. You got to think a little bit more critical, gentlemen. And this is what I'm hoping that I'm accomplishing here, allowing you and understand that there is a different way to look at things. Okay? Most promiscuous women have sexual trauma. That's the difference. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on this, but gentleman says, I'm not sexually promiscuous. I have emotional childhood trauma. I've only been with 2 guys my entire life, and I'm 38 years old. I don't get it. What's this got to do with me, though? I zoomed in. That's a woman, actually. Excuse me there. But because I was a bit confused there. But there's the other part of that argument. You could be promiscuous. That doesn't mean you went through trauma. It just means that you love sex. Simple. There are people like that, you know. I don't even think I should go too much more into that. I think you guys understand that 100%. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Yeah. So guys, listen, I hope you learned some lessons here today. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay? Let's have a discussion on these issues. All right? So listen, have a great weekend. I think I'm going to take a break tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday because I'll get more time then. But I love when you guys help me to contribute to these particular sessions. So keep those videos coming. All right? Guys, subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course, book a session if you have any problems that you need discussing. All right? So remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.